So where did the love affair for the Battle Royale really originate from? Some of you may say Fortnite and PUBG with the constant argument over which is better, which was annoying back in the day, but it actually originated long before that with mods on games such as Counter-Strike and Quake, which really birthed the format that we are so used to seeing today. Of course, the format has evolved into what we conventionally know today, but the main ethos of the game has always remained the same, of having one solitary winner, either solo or in the form of a team, by defeating all of the other enemies. Well, for a start, the amount of players was much less due to them being mods on small-sided team games, and the maps are a lot smaller too, from what we know today. The ring, the zone or bubble was introduced with H1Z1. I refuse to say H1Z1 because you Americans can't talk properly. Or in the case here with this game and many others, a toxic cloud of gas. The evolution's interesting to see, with each game that comes out further adding more and more interesting features to separate itself from the last. So it's good to see some progression there. Whether it be the Gulag in Warzone, where I spend a lot of my time, where you can fight your way back into the game, or Apex, when you can recover a fallen teammate's banner and bring them back into the game, which is a perfect example of how to give away your position. It's something that I did by accident, just by sliding behind my teammate on Apex. It was fucking hilarious, and it was definitely the reason why we lost. Just look at the form on that. So it's been around for a while now, and it's getting more and more popular in recent years, and now I'd say it's the most popular game type around. So my question is, why are Battle Royale games so popular? What is it about the Battle Royale which is so irresistible? There's a whole host of reasons why, and I've comprised a list of 5 reasons that I think make them so popular. I've tried to condense them as small as possible. I've tried to remain as impartial as I can, and to include everything and keep my experiences to a minimum, but please let me know if there's anything you think I'd missed. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and you are all guys because YouTube told me so. So we've got a bit of a sausage party going on here, but I'm a fan, so don't worry about that. So number 1, we've got the competitive nature.
Fuck you say to me, you little shit!
Really, one of the most important things, people love to be competitive, and games like this are perfect for that, of having one winner in each game. So basically it's, you are the best in this game. So it's a competition of who's best, and people like that feeling of being good. So that drives them to do better because the feeling is good. It's a feeling that I'd say is akin to being an elite level athlete. You know, that kind of forced anxiety in high pressure situations where the best players really come up with the goods and the worst players hide in a corner and don't win. So really it separates the men from the boys in a way. Unfortunately, I am a boy. And I think you can see if you go on Twitch and just look at some streamers and when they win and how emotional it is and how, you know, shouty they get over things like Ninja and
How are you not in fucking school?
things like that. You think you can really see how much people actually really care about this game, or these kinds of games anyway. It is good to see, and I think that's kind of the thing that ruins it for casual players though, that just want to go on and just have a bit of fun, but you're gonna get, you know, sniped by some guy who's got a 144 Hz monitor who's playing at 5000 FPS on a gaming PC with like ultra wide monitor, and you can see around corners and shit like that. So yeah, that can kind of ruin it for you, but really, you need to be competitive if you want to play these games. My second reason is speed. With this, I mean, it's really quick to go from game to game. The matchmaking is really fast, and there's almost no queue times, which in this day and age is everything, as people don't like waiting around for things, unless it's GTA apparently. But thanks to this, it's easy to just go from game to game. Say you come 4th, and you're like, man, next one I think I could win, I could get in there. You could be in a game within another minute after you die, which is great, so you can just get in and improve your skills, and you don't spend a lot of time out of the game. This also improves the streaming aspect of the game, yeah, so definitely, you know, if you're on a stream, they can get into a game immediately afterwards, and you're not just waiting around with them doing nothing. That sort of brings me on to my next point, point number 3, ease. So basically, if you are a streamer, it's really easy content. You just play the game, and like it's really easy to cut up into highlights if you wanted to upload those to YouTube afterwards. Not that many people do particularly, but yeah, it's a really easy way of making a quick buck. But along with that ease, there's literally no setup to worry about. You're just straight into it, no worries. For console, the only specification you need is the console itself. It's a little bit more complicated for PC, especially with the more demanding titles like Warzone. This also like brings me on to PUBG and Fortnite, where there's only a few different weapons to learn, so the game is a little bit easier to learn. But for like games like Warzone and Apex, there's loads and loads of different weapons with all different attachments and sights and things like that. So the game can be a lot more unique in that sense, with everyone having different setups, with also with perks and things like that, with loadout drops. But yeah, for the vast majority of it, the game is quite simple. And also there is ease again with most Battle Royale games are free and they make their money on cosmetics and microtransactions, which is my next point. So yeah, my next point, point number 4, is cosmetics. So imagine you're little Jimmy on Fortnite begging your mum for V-Bucks, but last week it was Robux because you want to look like a B-Tech John Wick. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind microtransactions and things like that, as long as it's not pay to win. I was having this conversation with a few mates last night. Like, it's fine when it's just if you want to look cool, because another part of looking cool is that you feel more confident and you play better. Like, it's the same with anything, really. You go to the gym, would you rather be wearing a fucking bin bag or some nice Gymshark stuff? You're gonna feel better about yourself and you're gonna do better because of that. So really that comes on for a lot of different games. I remember watching a Sunless Khan video on Rocket League about why everyone uses the same cars and the same sort of look. It's because that's the meta and that's what looking cool is, and you feel like you play better because you feel you look better. It's a weird sort of psychological thing. I wish I had more to sort of say on that, but it just is a kind of thing. And people absolutely love cosmetics and they'll happily spend their hard-earned money on it for no tactical advantage whatsoever. But the thing about actually paying for cosmetics for me is that 100% of the time you're not the one seeing it. So, you know, it's a bit silly in a way. And with Warzone, the amount of time, when I used to play, everyone had the bloody ghost skin and it was kind of like annoying because that was the battle pass. And everyone sort of just looked the same. It was a little bit boring. But I do agree, no one wants to be stuck with on Fortnite with the default skin and the default dance, because fuck that shit. My last point, point number 5, is accessibility. So all you need really is a console and the internet, and almost everyone has that to be able to play. And the majority of the games are free, which is good as well. They make their money on microtransactions, of course, we've been over this. So yeah, as well, Fortnite has no gore, so parents will let their kids play it in the hope of little Jimmy not shooting up a school. Was that too far? Nah. But there's loads of videos out there that I've seen recently of disabled players who are playing games like Warzone and just look like any other player and are absolutely much better than me. And I think that's like absolutely fantastic to see that people who may not have been able to play games before now can, and now can be subjected to the bullying that everyone else is online in online games. No, but seriously, it is great to see games becoming more accessible. So yeah, it's a fantastic thing. Even Xbox have released a special controller for disabled people, which is really good to see. And there was a guy I was watching once on Twitch called Quadnick, who is a quadriplegic, and he plays Rocket League, and he is incredible at it. And it just goes to show that whatever life throws at you in that kind of sense, you can work past it and you can be incredible at things. And I think that's really heartwarming and good to see. I'll drop some links in the description of some videos of disabled players playing Battle Royale games and just any games in general that you should check out and really give them support because they really deserve it. But yeah, Battle Royale games are quite simple with one simple goal, which is easy understandable. Some have more complicated features like crafting and in-game shops and things like that, but I believe that you can win the games without having to worry about that stuff if you really want to. But I think they are some of the most accessible games to date, and I think that is a good thing just in general, really. I think too many people are put off from AAA titles because now they're almost £60, and that's a lot of money. You know, that could be, you know, for some people 2 days of work. You don't know. Like, yeah, it's just a lot of money really to pay for games like that. But yeah, to round off, why are they so popular? Well, to put it short, like my mate Sam, they are competitive and anxiety-inducing in those high-pressure situations, but also quick and easy and accessible whilst having really well-designed maps, attractive aesthetics, and likeable characters with simple mechanics. So yeah, that's it really. I think it just strikes on kind of a nerve of that competitive play, and it's a lot more quicker than a lot of other online games with like ranked play and things like that, such as I've been playing Overwatch recently, and it could take upwards of 10 minutes to queue into a game, and at that point, like at the 7-minute mark, you're like, I don't want to play anymore, I want to go to bed, you know. So yeah, so thanks for watching. If you made it this far, let me know down below if you think I missed any other major reasons, or what you think of these games yourself and whether you enjoy them or not. I'd love to hear your feedback. I appreciate I might not have gone over everything. Again, I do like Battle Royales, but I don't play too much of them because I just don't have, well, I do have the time, but I just can't be asked to get good at them. But yeah, I completely get why they're popular, and I think it's a good thing that they're popular as long as it's not pay to win, really, is the only thing like certain EA games. But for now, I'll see you later. Goodbye.